Technology Jaipur. The lecture is for the students of final year Information Technology. Subject is software testing and validation. And the topic that we are going to consider today is test management, which is the next part after the test planning that we have learned in our previous lectures. So we are going to take these points one by one in each lecture. Okay, these all points are related to unit number 5. Topic is test management. So let us start about this. So what is test management? So students, when we have planned a lot, we have planned that what we are going to perform in the overall testing process as well as with the product development process, then what exactly test manage is going to perform. So what you have planned should be managed properly. This is the main thing. This is the thing that is going to include some important points like choice of standards, infrastructure management, management of people, integrating with the product releases. So let us take these points one by one into consideration. So let us take the first point into consideration, that is choice of standards. So basically standards are a very important part. These are of two types, external and internal. External standards are basically including the standards, those are supplied by the external objects or parties, as well as the standards supplied by the customers. Those are also known as the acceptance test. Okay, these are external things that we have to include when we are going to choose the standards. So when we talk about the internal standards, as you can see here on the slide, some important points are related to choice of internal standards. These include naming and storage conventions for test activities, document standards, test coding standards, and test reporting standards. Fine. So let us start these things one by one. Let us take the first thing into account, that is naming and storage conventions for test activities. So what do you mean by this? That naming and storage conventions for test artifacts. So students, as you know that in programming lot of things are there. You have to nomenclate lot of things. You have to store the things using conventions. So basically naming and storage conventions are related to proper and appropriate naming of things that should be meaningful. These naming conventions basically includes easy identifications of the product functionality, and as well as it should go for the reverse mapping to identify the functionality corresponding to a given set of test cases or the tests. So this is the main thing. Okay. So now let us take the second point into account, that is document standards. So as you know that when the project is developed and tested, lot of documents are prepared. So what these documents are saying, the main point regarding document standards is that when we talk about comments, up-to-date history, then it should be up to the mark. Let's say I'm taking an example of programming and we are using comments. Okay, so now we are testing the comments. So as you know that lot of kind of comments are there. You know about the header comments. Okay, and you know about the comments, those are used in between the program. So these things should be up to the mark so that the user and system responses at right level of detail can be possible, so that we can get the consistent output. Basically all these things are dependent on the testers. So these are the document standards, and it should be prepared in a very good way. So if you are using appropriate header level comments, you are using sufficient inline comments, you are using up to date change history information, recording all the changes made to that test file, it is good. Clear? So this is document standard. You can see the example at the end of this slide. Now we are going to take the next slide into account, that is test coding standards. So as you know that test coding standards go one level deeper into the tests and enforce standards on how the tests themselves are written. So the standards may, as for example, enforce the right type of initialization, clean up the rest. You can increase the usability, you can increase the other things Simple things also you have to check, like variable should be checked so that readers can understand. So these are the test coding standards. And after that, after discussing these internal standards of our choice, we are going to take the next step of test management into account, that is test reporting standards. So dear students, test reporting standards are basically related to the things, those are basically related to documentation as well as because all stoic holders must get a consistent and timely view of the progress of tests. So here these standards are going to address some important issues. What these issues are? These standards provide the guidelines on the level of detail that should be present in the test reports, their standards formats and content response. So this is again important standard. So you have to include all these standards. You can take one more look here. So these standards are internal standards, naming, document standards, test coding and reporting. So after this thing we take into account that choice of standards, we are moving to the next step, that is test infrastructure management. So what is test infrastructure? In this infrastructure, a lot of things are there. A database will be there known as test case database. A defect repository will be there. Configuration management repository and tools will be there. For the same, we have included some diagrams at the end of the slide. You can take the view here. You can see this is the example of test case database. So three things are there. What is the entity, what is the purpose, and what are the attributes that should be maintained properly in test infrastructure management. One more thing is there, that is details of the defects. So you can see here, defect details are the details, those are having a defect ID, priority, severity, defect description, these things. So all of these are also have to include it. One more thing is there, that is TCDB. Okay, what is this TCDB? You have seen in the last slide, last diagram. TCDB is in the tabular form. So here we can represent all these things by a relationship, and this relationship is going to represent basically three things, that is SCM, AR and TCDB. You know about SCM, it is also called CM, configuration management. You have learned about this in the last class, that is software engineering was your subject. So we have to make a synchronization in between all. So this is your test infrastructure management. So next thing is this test people management. So when we talk about test management, management of people are very hard. This is an integral part of any project management. Lot of team building exercises are there, periodic recharges, motivation, counseling should be there. Spirit of teamwork has to be internalized by the motivators or experts for the team, so that the work is going to be very smooth and a greater degree of optimum degree of the result can be achieved. So this is your test people management. After that, the product will be integrated. So all these things have to be integrated with the product release. So student success of the product depends upon the integration of the project development activities and testing activities. So these job functions have to work in tight form between themselves and with the other groups such as product support, product management and the other phases. So a project should be planned properly. We have to set some synchronization points between different phases. We have to check for the SLAs, that these are service level agreements. Whenever we are going to define something, either in product development, testing, it should be correct. So consistent definition should be there, and communication mechanisms, those we are going to use in testing, should be at a very good implementation, so that people cannot be left idle and the work is going smooth. So this is one more thing. So we have considered 4 points under test management. So now we are talking about the next process, that is test process, that we are going to take in the next lecture. So in test process we will talk about lot of things. So till then, thank you.